Bonjour. Comment ça va? Puis-je vous dessiner? English? Sounds good to me. I'm English too. I'm learning though. Can I draw you? Are you interested in having your portrait drawn today? I know it's a lovely day to be walking around, but it'll only take a few minutes. Excellent. Would you like to have a seat? Which is your favorite side of your face? Okay, I'll have you tilt that side to me, ever so slightly. Okay? Great. If you don't like it at the end, you won't have to pay for it. Okay? I know it's a big commitment up front to pay for. So I always say if you don't like it at the end, you don't have to buy it. I just go home and hang them up in my room. Yeah. It's pretty rare that nobody wants to take theirs home. Pretty rare. I think I've had 2 this summer, and that's it. Hundreds of people have stopped by to have their portraits drawn. And only 2 that I can remember didn't want to take theirs with them. And I think it was just because they were all out of money. So, I don't blame them. You can move around. It's okay. I'll just start with a sort of a basic sketch here. So what brings you to Paris and France in general? La France. You're a tourist? Me too. Shh, don't tell anyone. I'm supposed to have a work visa. If you see the police coming from behind me, let me know, please. Have you been up inside the Eiffel Tower yet? It's really lovely, especially at night. It can be a bit expensive, but I mean, you only live once, right? Just going to measure here. Okay. My whole life, I wanted to be a street artist. So I left my job as a lawyer in New York City, and I came to Paris because I figured that was probably the best place to learn street art. Sketching people beside the Seine, smell of wine and cheese and bread wafting around the marketplace. I couldn't help it. So I left it all behind, which in hindsight was probably not the best financial move. I'm kind of stuck here now. But I mean, it's not a bad place to be stuck. Have you been in to see the Mona Lisa? Just turn a little for me. I would recommend skipping the Mona Lisa altogether and going straight to the Egyptian exhibits. She's quite underwhelming, and there's usually a long, long line and a crowd of people in front of her. I can't imagine what it's like to not have that much personal space. She has been stolen a few times, but I guess they've ramped up security quite a bit over the years. Just over here, there's a lovely little cafe. They serve delicious coffee. It's where I go every morning. And they also have these wonderful little, it's almost like a croissant with chocolate in the middle, called pain au chocolat. And I know it doesn't sound like a very good breakfast food, but that's typically what I eat in the morning. It's just so delicious. A little bit of chocolate in the morning didn't hurt anyone. You can turn back now. I'll get you to turn the other way. A little bit more measuring here. I do like to get good measurements so that your face looks as even as it is in real life on the paper. You're harder to draw than I thought you would be. Fix up a few little details here. Just chin up for me. Look at your hair. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying your trip here. There's so much to see and do. I want to make sure I get the curve in your nose just right. You can turn for me again. I'm not sure I want to sell this one. It's good. I kind of want to hang it in my apartment. Would you mind if I kept it? I think it'll look wonderful up over my sink. You sure you don't mind if I keep it? Thank you. Perfect. I managed to draw it life-size, too. Would you like to see it? I think I captured the best pieces of your face. What do you think? Thank you for letting me keep it. Sometimes my sketches just resonate with me, and I really appreciate being able to keep it. It's going to look great above my sink with my houseplants. If you're interested, or if you have a family member with you who might like to be sketched tomorrow, I am here every single morning at 8 o'clock, and then I take a break for lunch at noon, and then I'm back again for the afternoon. So, if you'd like to be sketched for one for you to keep, or if a family member would like to be sketched, then please do drop by. This is always my booth. But I am going to call it quits for today, because that looks like a rain cloud. And Papier doesn't really like rain, so I think we'll avoid that conundrum. It was wonderful meeting you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in Paris. And I do hope that your travel back home is safe and as stress-free as it can be. Au revoir.